Hello, welcome back. I'm Ulysses, the administrator of Best Family Dogs. I'm here again today to talk to you about the FitBark. Usually if you're looking online or looking at YouTube videos, they're going to tell you what a great activity monitor the FitBark is for your dog, but they're not going to tell you how it actually works. So today my goal is to give you an inside view at the app, the FitBark app that works with the FitBark device, to show you exactly what you're getting with the FitBark. You're not just getting an activity monitor, but you're also getting a dog health monitor that pairs with your devices, your iWatch or your your Fitbit, so that you two can exercise together and stay healthy together. FitBark has developed an exclusive way to monitor your pet's progress, and it pairs it with your own so that the two of you can continue to be healthy together. So I'm going to give you an exclusive look at that today. So stay tuned and make sure that you're sitting comfortably and you're set to go for about 10 minutes so that you can watch my video, okay? So first, I'm going to give you a bit of a disclaimer. I am a third-party representative for FitBark, so you'll see that there is a FitBark purchasing link under this video. If you click on that, you will get redirected directly to the FitBark website. It is a secure website, and you can tell because of the image of the locked padlock in the upper left-hand corner of the address bar. So I personally do not get any of your personal information or your purchasing information. I simply get a small commission from FitBark if you purchase any of their products through my link below. So with that small commission, it goes to support my family, and I will also donate a portion to our local SPCA to support the sheltered dogs that are currently there with their health and medical needs and also their basic necessities. So yes, I mean, if I sell 2 FitBarks, it's not really going to be beneficial for the sheltered dogs. But if you purchase a FitBark and then you share this video or you share my links with your friend and they purchase a FitBark and they share it and somebody else purchases one, you know, and then maybe this year I'm lucky and I sell 10 FitBarks that way, then that will make much more of a valuable contribution to the sheltered animals, to my family. It's just very helpful overall. You will get this nifty device in the mail, and your dog will get to sport the FitBark, and you'll get all the benefits of monitoring both of your progress through the app. When you purchase from FitBark directly, like if you were just to Google fitbark.com, you will go to the same site, but you won't get the benefit. You'll still pay the same, but I won't be getting any commission. The sheltered dogs won't be getting a part of that purchase. It will all just go directly to FitBark. So please consider that. And up next, we're going to talk directly about how the FitBark works. So we're going to get right into it now. Ready? Here we go. So this is my FitBark. You can see it there. When you purchase the device, you are just getting the device that's on the collar here. Okay, all the brains of the FitBark are in this little bone-shaped device. It is very durable and very lightweight. You are not getting a collar, so you need to find a collar that is sturdy and durable and in a color or design that you like. It has to be more of a neck collar and not a harness. I know that harnesses are really popular and people use them on their dogs more than ever right now, and it's totally fine. Your dog can still use its harness when you go out for walks and everything. But to get the valuable results that FitBark provides, you also, in addition to using a halter, need to be using a regular collar like this around your dog's neck. Even if you don't connect the leash to it, it's fine as long as the FitBark is on there. It needs to fit flush against the dog's neck. You know, as they say, with the 2-finger width for comfort with the collar on so that it's not too tight. And also to be sported on the side or the front of the neck is better, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you, when you order the FitBark, depending on where you are, it will take a few days to come in the mail. It is a US product, so if you live anywhere in the US, it will take about, let's say, 5 to 7 days for delivery, hopefully less. I live in Canada, so I've had this shipped to me. It had to clear customs. It took 2 weeks, which is such a long time to wait. But then once you get it, it's so exciting. Okay, so that's the first thing, is to make sure that you're using a typical collar with your dog so that you can maximize your FitBark results. Secondly, when you get it, you're gonna use your strong fingers, and careful not to break your nails. You're gonna take the cover off the FitBark, okay? So this little bone-shaped cover removes, and inside you'll be left with still a bone-shaped plastic device with these 3 copper dots, okay? That is how you're gonna charge the device. This device, because it does not use GPS, holds its charge very well and only needs to be charged about once every 6 months. But it's going to need to be charged when you first get it. So it comes with a charger, which looks like this. You're going to connect. You see it's got the little ports there, and these copper holes here. You're going to connect those together so that they make contact. Okay, it can be on the collar, or it could just be the device itself. The first time I had done this, it was just the device on its own. And then you're gonna connect the USB to a charging port. Now, when you first plug it in, you're gonna get 3 flashing lights that go very quickly for just a couple of seconds, followed by a long flash. The long flash indicates that it's charging. The quick flashes means it's ready for you to start making your dog's profile. So this is the first tricky part with the FitBark, is that you need to time it perfectly. The first time, honestly, that I set up a dog's account, I missed it because it's so fast, and I was a little unsure about how to go about resetting it, but it's really easy. If you miss it the first couple times, and then you can't coordinate opening the dog's profile on the app with the fast flashes of plugging in the FitBark, you just unplug it and start over. So you might have to plug it in, take it out of the USB port that you're charging it with, unplug it, give it a minute, plug it back in, then go back in through the app. And when you get those quick flashes, you're going to want to scroll down to create dog profile, and that's where you start to enter all your dog information. Whatever the light does after that is fine, because you've already opened up the right area to start creating your own dog's profile. I mean, how many dogs these days have Instagram and Facebook accounts? So many dogs. So this is perfect. I mean, you're basically creating a social profile for your dog through their FitBark device. So now they can be social too, because all dogs matter. So once you start to create your dog profile, it doesn't matter if the light is flashing quickly or not at this point. It will probably slow down, and that just means that the device is continuing to charge, which is perfect. That's what you want it to do. Once you've opened up the create profile part, you're going to be asked to select the breed of your dog, the age of your dog, the weight of your dog, and it's going to keep track of all of these things because it's giving you such specific results. It's not giving you generic results based on breed. It's giving you specific results based on how heavy your dog is. It's giving you specific results on how old your dog is, not everyone else's dog. So that's pretty impressive stuff. There's another section in here that blew my mind for your dog's health directly. It wants to know things like if your dog has allergies, you check the box. If your dog has arthritis, you check the box. If your dog has, they've called it brain aging, but we can just generalize this as any kinds of changes that naturally, not naturally, but may occur with the aging process. Is your dog less active? Is your dog more irritable? things like this, then you might want to check, yes, brain aging. Things like cancers are on there, and diabetes, that's a huge one. How many dogs have diabetes, and how many owners are struggling out there to maintain calories and a proper diet and the dog's sugar levels? It's hard. It's not easy stuff. So this is just another component. This FitBark is just another component to help you care for your dog under these circumstances. And then there's also a separate category for if your dog is overweight, because that requires its own separate health regime as well. So you really tailor your dog's profile to exactly what they're experiencing. You can go back and change it at any time as things change. If you need to add to it, for example, you can always go back and modify it. So the other things that I really love about FitBark is that it pairs so easily with your iWatch or Fitbit. You just, again, open up the app, you scroll down to this section where it says human activity monitors, and you're gonna pick whether you're setting up your iWatch or your Fitbit specifically. And then that's how it will end up giving you the side-by-side results. So there's other things that you can do with this app. Once you're all set up and you've tried it out a few times and you've started to get some answers, then you might get competitive. So there is a top dog board, which I can show you generally what that looks like here, but I haven't actually used mine for that yet, so that's why I just have the generic silhouettes. But once you really get going on this, it will give you scores and feedback, and you can actually have some friendly competition with the other dogs that your dog has befriended through this new sort of social media. You can discover friends, just similar to how you would perhaps on Instagram or Facebook. Your dog now has this whole social media app that you can browse based on where you live, so proximity or breed types or dog ages. So you're building more of a community as well and connecting through your dog with other people and their dogs for things that are of interest to you. You can send pack requests, which is basically similar to sending a friend request for humans on social media. And I mean, what other monitor is going to give you all of that? Now, the other thing I wanted to let you know is that it takes time. So FitBark is so intuitive and their technology is so advanced that you can't just put it on your dog for 20 minutes and expect to get all this amazing feedback. You will start to see things right away as you put it on your dog. When you first open the app, I have an example here if you look. So this is my friend Chewy, and he started using the app, and when he first started using it, within 20 minutes, he was getting calorie counts and nothing else. See, you can see that there's lots of NAs or not applicable, and that just means not applicable yet, because it's taking it's still taking in the data, but it takes a little while to process it all, because again, remember how we had to put in what type of dog Chewy was and how much he weighed and what his birthday was. So Chewy specifically is a Shih Tzu, and he's in his first year of life. He's 9 months old. So he sported this FitBark and went for a walk. And we were very excited to see that it started to count calories, but that's all it did. It didn't give us any other information. And that's because in the first 2 to 3 days, FitBark is very busy, the device, just calculating how he moves in accordance to his weight and his age and his breed. So the calories that he's giving us is not directly related to that actual 20-minute walk. It's related to his very specific calculation on how many calories he's burning just to survive right now. So he needs a minimum of 83 calories in general per day just to do the automatic stuff like breathing and a little bit of movement and to keep his heart pumping. Now, after 2 to 3 days, the device will start to calculate exactly how many calories he's burning based on his specific activity levels and how much he's taking in and how much he's putting out and stuff like that, and how well he's sleeping. And that's when you start to see the more valuable results. But because it is a biometric monitor, you do have to keep the collar on all the time. Don't take it off, keep it on all the time, day and night, so that it can keep tabulating these wonderful results for you. So at first, you're getting just the main, just what's called the basal calorie output. So that's the bare minimum calorie expenditure that your dog needs per day to survive. And after about 2 or 3 days, you start to get the more valuable results of exactly what your dog specifically needs, and how, based on their activity level and their calorie intake and their output. So give FitBark about 3 days to start interpreting those really great results for you. You will get the sleep feedback, and you will also get the miles count, or if you're in Canada, you can convert it to kilometers, and it will give you the reading in kilometers as well. I also used this FitBark on another dog. His name was Jack, and he is a Lhasa Apso, and he's a good example as well because whereas with Chewy was quite young. He was a puppy. His parents tried FitBark to get to see what his regime should be, so that they can start really building that schedule for him, because he's new to them, right? He's only been in their lives for less than a year, 9 months. But with Jack, the Lhasa Apso, on the opposite end, we see an older dog who's 13 years old. He's starting to have some health issues. He's becoming very prone to infection. He recently had to go to the vet actually to get an abscess drained, and was on antibiotics recovering at home after that. So Raylene is Jack's owner. They've obviously been together for quite a long time now, the full 13 years. And so she's quite familiar with Jack's routine by now, but she wanted to use the FitBark to monitor Jack's progress through his recovery, but also just to monitor how he was doing with his age-related changes. And you can see here that after several days of using the FitBark, we're starting to get all the counts. We're starting to look at sleep quality and get a score for that. We're looking at calorie output for his age, and he seems to be doing quite well in terms of activity. He's actually meeting his daily goals, and we're given a score called bark points. And at the end of the day, you can just look at that amount of bark points, they call it, and determine how well your dog is doing. So you have options, whether you want to look at each of these criteria individually, scored by percent or specific kilometers or miles, and calorie output, or whether you just want to look at the thing holistically, and look at bark points and decide, is your dog meeting the generalized needs for a dog of their age and their breed or not. So it's a really, really great device that gives you so many answers. There's also an active journal on the pet's dashboard. So if you wanted to write notes for yourself or reminders, you can do that. It's very easily shareable, the results. So if you wanted to send them to a friend or share them with somebody or share them with family, it's so easy to do that. Anyone who's used to using their smartphone can definitely handle sending out these shared results. So I'm not going to really go into detail about that, because once you open it up and get it going, you'll be able to figure out how to do it. There is also a chat as part of the app, which is really accessible. And when you first open up the app, you guys, FitBark knows that you're new to it. They can just tell, and they have the chat box open up automatically in case you have questions or need guidance along the way. You can shut it down if you're pretty confident with your technical skills and you don't need them, then you can just X out of it. And if at any point that changes and you need help to reset something or change something, or you don't think something's working the way it should, they're super accessible. You can just, you'll see the chat bubble when you look at your list on the menus, and you can just go there and talk to somebody again to get the help that you need. So FitBark is very, very easy to approach, easy to get a hold of, and they give you great advice and they know everything. So don't ever feel like any question is something crazy that they've never heard of. They've helped me understand the FitBark a lot. And I'm sure, you know, if you ever have any questions along the way, they will be so helpful in helping you navigate your journey with that for the best results for you and your pet. So thank you very much for listening to my video today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.